Okay, thank you very much for this very clear presentation, Jenny. And I, of course, now I remember our conversation, but I, as I said at the time, I must also now say that I'm not an expert, particularly in early childhood education, but the way you presented, there are lots of things that we can talk about still, I think. I mean, that can be connected to it. And also the clarity of your exposition, of course, makes it easier to ask questions. So my first clear-up questions would be, so the Indonesian preschool teachers that you have surveyed, what kind of education do they have in mathematics? Do they have any courses on preschool mathematics, or how are they trained?
Okay, in order to achieve like the title of kindergarten teacher in my country, the teacher have to graduate from early childhood education bachelor degree. So during their study in bachelor degree, we provide like 2 credit semester or 3 credit semester how to develop mathematics for young children. So they didn't have any specific mathematics education. So most of them, they graduated from early childhood education bachelor degree, and they got like 2 or 3 credit semester about how to develop young children in mathematics.
So,
2 or 3 credit
courses.
semester.
They have courses.
1 course, 3 credit semester.
Only one course.
Only 1 course.
One course of 2 or 3.
In our
Bachelor degree.
I'm just asking because preschool teachers in my country, they have no training in mathematics.
Really?
So I would not, I think the official requirements to do mathematics in preschool are very, very unclear. They should work with numbers and patterns, but it's not very specific. So on that point, maybe you are a little bit more advanced here. I think. Okay, but my second observation is more general, and that is when you are interested in teachers' perceptions and maybe also their competence and knowledge, you are working in an area which is quite well developed internationally, teacher knowledge and surveys of teacher knowledge, and I'm sure you are aware of that. Also, it's not just in mathematics, but there's also, are you aware of something like the TALIS study, TALIS, from the OECD? So there are some international studies of teachers more generally, how they are educated, what they think about various things, so position type things, and also tests of their abilities in various areas. So just to say that it's a huge area, and if you write a paper about this, I think reviewers will expect you to somehow relate to some of these large paradigms of research. In mathematics, we have the Deborah-Moore paradigm of knowing mathematics for teaching. There's the TED-M study, hard built on that. But of course, it doesn't relate to kindergarten or preschool teachers. So I would just first make sure that you are aware of this and the importance of relating to that literature, because when you then make such a survey like you did, maybe the first question that one asks oneself is, what is the theoretical framework behind your categories? Like, what do you mean by competence, for instance? How did you devise your questions from? So what is the? Can you say something about the theoretical framework for your instrument? And in some sense, it's also needed to make your research question precise.
Okay, I get 3 components about perceptions. Like, from what is perception is related to affective and cognitive and cognitive. And I decided to make this the blueprint about how to measure teacher perception based on cognitive, and also affective. This is my framework.
but it's a little bit imprecise. There are many frameworks in cognitive theory, and also I think maybe my impression, I didn't see all your questions, of course, some of them were in Indonesian also, but it's really important when you make such a survey to have a theoretical framework that determines the question you put, because that will also make the results you get a little bit more precise than positive or negative. And the final thing I would like to point out is that all these like more affective variables, so are they important? Related to, I mean, what the teachers know, because if you are very positive about, I'm just like generalizing. If it doesn't help if you are very positive about something if you don't know anything, right? So I think international research on teacher knowledge, at least in higher levels, seem to suggest that teachers' effective competence in not mathematics in general, but mathematics they teach, mathematics for teaching, is actually predictive of the success of the students, and in the end this is the whole point. So my question, perhaps the last one, would also be, I don't see so well motivated the effective part. Well, why is it important? And that we also know that there's a lot of so you can be positive about something without knowing anything. If you don't know anything, you can't do anything. If you can't do anything as a teacher, your students will not learn anything, even if you are very happy about the thinking. So thank you very much. These would be my provocative questions for you, but perhaps the main one being trying to sharpen your theoretical framework and maybe reduce a little bit the scope of your survey. I mean, just because then we can know more about what you actually focus on.
Thank you. Maybe for my next session. Thank you for your suggestion.
We can continue to discuss.